Hey, this is Divya, folks. Super excited to be with you because you know that the time that I spent with you is one of the most exciting times for me. So, thank you for being part of our family. And I want to share that we have a special treat for you. We have got a special guest, Liam Austin. Welcome, Liam.
Hey Divya, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm excited to be on the show and sharing some insights today on virtual workshops.
Absolutely. So, folks, a little bit about Liam. He's the co founder of Entrepreneurs HQ and a virtual event strategist. He has launched over 15 virtual summits, done dozens of quick workshops, and educated over 100,000 business owners while inviting 400 speakers. So, Virtual Events That Sell is a 6-week implementation program which makes it easy for you to create your own high impact virtual events from workshops and masterminds to summits and conferences. And the goal is to sell more of your high ticket offers, and that includes how to blueprint, validate, and sell your new program. So, Liam is also the creator of $1 Million Virtual Summit program, where he partners with select clients to generate 7 figures. And here's what I'll tell you, folks. I have been seeing Liam's work for quite a few years, and he is solid. So, Liam, tell us, how did you get into the virtual entrepreneurship?
Uh, by brute force, I think. I think like a lot of us entrepreneurs, we're forced into this at a young age. Like our body, our brain is just telling us like there's more. We're meant for more. We want to create more. We've come up with all these new ideas, and so. What happened specifically for us to get started with Entrepreneurs HQ? And I say us because it's my co-founder and myself started the business together. It was that we wanted to work remotely. She's from Sweden. I'm from Australia. We're in a relationship together. Like, how are we going to make this work where we can earn money and travel the world, visiting our family and friends on, the Southern Hemisphere and the Northern Hemisphere? And we realized that running an online business would be the best way to do that. And I'd been doing a lot of work for in-person events, as well as online media, as well as print publications for a number of years. And we just transitioned that into what is now Entrepreneurs HQ.
Oh, fantastic. And so many times people are always hesitant to do partnerships with their partners, because then you're in each other's space all of the time. So, have you experienced any conflicts there? And if yes, how have you overcome those?
Yeah, for sure. I think just with any business relationship, you got to be open and honest with each other. Communication is key, and even more so if you're in business with not your partner, is it? It's your wife or your spouse, your husband, whatever it may be. So absolutely, like for us, it was a necessity. Again, like, not saying we were forced into it, but we were like, well, if one of us does this company and the other person has a 9-to-5 job in a specific location, then this is not going to work. We both need to have this location independent business. So we knew that we were creating this entity, this organization, this company together. And yeah, sure, along the way, we've had to figure out how to make it work. But the driving force of wanting us to make sure it works so we can have this lifestyle where we're traveling around the world and earning money at the same time was the motivator and that fire underneath that makes those more difficult times worthwhile.
Absolutely. So, what I'm hearing, like a couple of things that are popping out for me is, one is the intention to make it worthwhile. And then secondly, both of you had the same goals, that if you want to have this lifestyle, location-free lifestyle, and want to be together, so working towards the same goal. And this is so powerful because as I work with clients, I'm always saying that regardless of whatever relationship you are in, it's so important to set those expectations where you are clear about what you want to achieve and where you are going and what's the destination. Because if you're clear about the destination, it's super easy Easier said than done. It's easier to have that roadmap create for yourself and for your partner. So as you got into it, and I'm sure, like just like any other entrepreneurs, did you experience any startup pains?
Yeah, like I think the pains kind of happened a lot pre Entrepreneurs HQ. So I'd been involved in startups really since the year 2000. I was working for a startup out of Sydney, creating a dating technology, an online dating technology that was being white labeled and powering some of the biggest sites on the internet at that time. So the MSNs, Microsoft Network, Yahoo, and some of the other big portals out there. And I just saw the power of connecting people that the internet had. And I realized that, I wanted to create that same impact on people's lives that I was seeing in this dating technology. People were getting married. The founders of the startup were getting invited to weddings. Like the biggest impact you could have on someone's life is probably, introducing them to their partner. I'm sure there's plenty of other ways, but it felt really, really big. And I saw the potential of the internet to match people from all around the world. And so over the years, I started creating different concepts and ideas and businesses online, and none really took off. So there was a lot of pain there, a lot of steep learning curve, a lot of mistakes being made, but I was learning all the time and making sure that I wouldn't repeat those mistakes. So when it came to launching Entrepreneurs HQ, we really had a short period of time. We gave ourselves 3 months to make this work. Otherwise, we're going to go find like a 9-to-5 job. And the dream was over, essentially. So we had to make this work. And that setting that intention is so important. Like, this is what made the difference. All those failures leading up to then, it was probably because I was just doing it myself and I didn't really have the right goal or the intention to set out to achieve a certain goal at the end of that roadmap, if you like. And now I had something super powerful that was motivating me. And we worked really hard. We focused. We created the right strategy, being informed and knowledgeable around the steps we should be taking by learning from experts. And we were successful in the first 3 months with our first event. Essentially, we launched, this was a virtual summit. We had 15,000 people registered to attend. So 15,000 people and leads coming into the business. And we're able to sell over 500 tickets to that event as well. So super powerful motivator for us to make this work. And luckily for us, it worked straight away. But as I said, there was plenty of learning steps along the way.
Absolutely. What a powerful way to get started is that I'm not going home till it works. I'm putting that stake in the ground, drawing that line in the sand, because that intention, when you're committed, when you're invested and just not interested, it's almost like either you're renting an apartment or buying a house. And once you buy that house, you'll do anything to make that mortgage payment and take such good care of it. And that's what it sounds like, that you were into it. You were ready to hustle and grind, and it did turn out to be successful. And this brings up a lot of questions. So first of all, let's touch upon how could people, let's say if they don't have much experience, how could they create their own workshop that they could quickly put out together? Because right now there's so much noise online that it's hard to rise above the crowd.
Good question. So getting started with virtual events. Virtual events are super powerful platforms that gives you a stage, that gives you authority and expertise, because you're hosting this valuable event. And maybe getting involved, other people in the market, in your industry, other influencers who are supporting you. And there's different ways to do these different types of virtual events. I mentioned, like, we launched with a summit, and we still teach our clients and do summits ourselves, but also at the other end of the scale, to quickly get up and show your authority in a week, really. You can do one of these 90-minute workshops. We call them a quick workshop win. All right, so we're giving a quick win at this workshop, a quick win for the participants where they feel like, wow, I got a result. I got a result in just 90 minutes working with this person. So how do we actually come up with that quick win, right? It should be something that if you've been working with clients before, it's something where you always get feedback that, wow, that moment, that teaching was an aha moment for me. It changed everything. That was the big lever that if I pulled that, it was super simple and quick, but it was made a massive impact on my results and what I was trying to achieve. So what is that? What is that thing that is really big and powerful, but simple, quick, and easy to implement that you've experienced over the course of your consulting, coaching, teaching experience? Once we've identified that, then that becomes the topic of the workshop and the promise of a result. They're coming to this workshop to get a quick win. They're going to achieve this quick win within 90 minutes, and they're going to walk away saying, do you know what, Divya, you were the first person that was able to actually give me a result. So I now trust you. I trust you to get me more results. I know your stuff works because it's worked for me, not just hearing other people's testimonials. It's worked for them. And I've heard the concept of it, but I've actually implemented this quick win and got that result. So I trust you. I want to work with you further to get even more results. Now I'm having a conversation with you about, let's spend some more time together. Let's get more results together. What does it look like to work together for 90 days or 12 months? And that's where we want to get to. We want to quickly build that trust and authority with our participant, with our prospect, and turn them into a high-paying client.
Very powerful, definitely. It's that promise and delivering. And when you deliver, you have proven that, like, okay, it's not just that it's working for other clients, it's working for you as well. So we've talked about the workshop, and now let's say the workshop is done and somebody wants to start out with Summit. And they already have Summit, but one of the issues that people have faced with summits is selling it. You mentioned that you sold so many tickets. How do you get the word out there? Because I'm sure so many of our entrepreneurs are like, oh gosh, Liam, I've put together so many summits. I've brought on a lot of great speakers, but I've not been able to market it.
Yeah, if you're struggling with marketing, like, a summit is a great thing to just do from scratch. Like, you've got zero email list, zero audience, no one's following you. You're entering a brand new market or industry. No one even knows you. The summit is a perfect, ideal place to start. And even if you're experienced and you're well known, this will elevate you to a whole nother level. Why? Because we're building a stage for ourselves. We're inviting other experts, influencers in our market to be involved in that event. And we're center stage. Why are we center stage? Because we are the host. We're interviewing all of these other experts. We're being involved in each of these other sessions. And so the authority is there. Now, how do we get the traffic? These are influencers who are supporting you, referring traffic, letting their audience know that they're speaking at your event. So typically we look at 5 different types of referrals for any of our virtual events, right? It doesn't have to be a summit. It could be a workshop, a challenge, a boot camp, a seminar. We're looking at these 5 referral traffic sources. These are free traffic sources. We're not talking about paid here. This is free referral traffic. Referrals are more likely to convert into a customer, and they're willing to pay more as well. So we look at speakers, inviting speakers to speak at your event, sponsors to sponsor your event, and they want to be associated with the result that you're delivering at your event for your clients, the topic, the cause, the mission. Speakers, sponsors, media, very similar to the sponsors. They want to be associated with the cause, the mission, the result, the audience that you're targeting. Speakers, sponsors, media, affiliates. So affiliates can be people who are promoting for for commission on any sales being made. So these could be people who run Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, have a following on TikTok or YouTube, whatever. They're affiliates. They're promoting the event. They're not a speaker, a sponsor, or media. They're just letting their audience know that this event is available, and they'll get paid a commission for anyone that makes a purchase. And the final and the fifth one is any participants who sign up for your free event. Typically, we want this to be a free event. Whoops, sorry, my microphone just dropped. I bumped my microphone. But yeah, the final one is the fifth one, which is your participants, the people who have registered for your event. And it should be a free event, so we can collect as many leads as possible. And the participants are sharing this free event with their audience, with their family, with their friends, with their colleagues, workmates, associates, saying, hey, I know you're interested in this topic. Here's a free ticket to an amazing event that's giving this result. I really recommend that you attend. So these people are referring their friends, colleagues, and I've even had one of our attendees refer over 300 people to one of our events. So this can be super powerful, and it helps us identify potential speakers, affiliates for future events as well. So just to recap on that, the 5 referral sources that we want to involve in getting traffic and marketing our event are speakers, sponsors, media, affiliates, and participants.
Well, that's very powerful, Liam, and it definitely opens up the doors. And there are quite a few entrepreneurs, who are just starting out, and they may say that I may not get invited to a summit. So as I'm doing my first workshop, a lot of times you hear these entrepreneurs sharing, I don't know about the technology. What knowledge do I need? What experience do I need? And going back to the virtual workshop, can you show us how they can set up their first virtual workshop easily and without all of this experience?
Yeah, sure. Technology is so easy these days. And I want to make it simple for you. Most of our audience, right? They're speakers, they're authors, they're experts. They want to be sharing their message. They don't want to be spending time on the technology, right? Or even the marketing, right? So we need to make the tech and the marketing really easy. So these are 2 things that we've made super simple, step by step in our system. But to lay it out very simply for you is you need a way to where do we want to start with this? First of all, we want to start with a place where they can watch or attend the workshop. So Zoom. We've been running our virtual events on Zoom since 2015. It's exploded since then, and I still use it, still recommend it. So Zoom, pretty simple. It's free to get started. You can upgrade for different packages quite affordably as well. So your attendees can attend. All right, so how do we get people to actually register? They can register with Zoom, but maybe we need to get them to pay. Maybe this is a paid workshop. All right, so we just set up a PayPal account, Stripe. Both of them are free, and they take a small commission. So we're accepting payments, and we can let people attend the workshop. Now, how do we let them know about the workshop and how to pay? Well, we can just message them on social media, whether it's using Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp, Instagram, instant message, whatever, or email. Right? Email is probably the best, right? Make sure we collect their email. What's your email address? Great, collect their email, and we just use Gmail or any other service provider that we may use. We use G Suite, so we can use our business domain with that product, and we just send out emails to invite them to attend. Send them the link to purchase. That's the Stripe or the PayPal link. And once they've paid, we then send them an email with a link to the Zoom so they can actually attend the workshop. So pretty simple, 3 simple steps. Anyone can do it. Just get started for free. No excuses, guys.
Absolutely. It's very simple. Now, I want to circle back to what you had said initially, is that delivering something that they can walk away with, that transformation or result, how can people nail that workshop so that they're delivering the thing that their client wants?
Cool. So for me, the best way I've found to explain this is by an example. So one of the workshops we've run in the past was called 3 referrals in 3 minutes. 3 referrals in 3 minutes. And I just want to break that down for you. So 3 referrals, and you might be just looking at yourself internally and thinking, okay, well, how much is 3 referrals worth to me? My last 3 referrals, I closed all 3 of them. Each of them paid me $5,000 each. It made me $15,000. Let's just say as an example here. So 3 referrals, super powerful, big impact, $15,000 in 3 minutes. All right, now it's quick. And it's probably simple and easy if it's just in 3 minutes. So I can get this big, powerful result, 3 referrals, quick, simple, and easily in 3 minutes. So how do I do that? We've got 90 minutes. We've got our 90-minute workshop in front of us. How do we deliver this result? I share my screen. I open up LinkedIn and I walk through the exact way that I get my 3 referrals. And I share it in just 3 minutes. Now we've got 87 minutes left of the workshop where I can break it down step by step and actually help the participants, the attendees at the workshop, actually do this themselves and get their 3 referrals, right, during the 90-minute session. So they're getting 3 actual referrals for their business at our workshop. They're walking away with a quick win, a result that they feel like, awesome, like this system that you taught me, it got me the result. It got me $15,000, maybe not in 90 minutes, but it's going to lead to $15,000 if we interview them in a week or 2 weeks' time. And it's a big impact. And they're going to come back to us and say, do you know what? That one thing you taught me, super simple and quick in just 3 minutes. I now use it every day. I use it for 3 minutes every day. And it gets me 3 referrals every day. I've actually outsourced it now to my virtual assistant, who not only spends 3 minutes, they spend 30 minutes on it. So now I'm actually getting 30 referrals every single day, and my business is going through the roof. Like, I want to work with you more. I want more of these, of your systems. How do we work together? I want to work with you for the next year and maybe years into the future. This is the kind of result we want to get. And this is how we deliver it. It needs to be big impact. It needs to be quick, simple, and easy. Remember, it's a quick win, right? It's a quick workshop win, as we like to call it, but it does have a big impact that they're able to see, feel, and achieve within the 90 minutes.
So powerful. See, feel, and achieve. That's the key, because when they walk away with the result, there's nothing else to prove because you have already showed them right there in real time. So this is, we have covered around virtual workshops. Does anything else come to your mind, Liam, that you'd like to share with our audience?
Yeah, I think when it comes to these 90-minute workshops, you want to be offering some kind of free opt-in so you can generate leads, but then you want to be getting people to pay for the workshop. And maybe there's extra bonuses, there's VIP access. So you can identify the people who are serious, right? And they're more likely to show up, more likely to become a client later on. And that's the whole goal of this, right? We want to make sure that the quick win we're delivering incentivizes our participants to want to work with us more. So it needs to lead into our next program, our main offer that we have, our signature offer. So if it's a 12-month program, maybe we're teaching that quick win. Maybe it's the roadmap, it's the cheat sheet. It's something that's going to actually give them some kind of quick win, but they can see that working with you is going to provide much bigger and better results if we can work together longer. So always think about that end goal. What are we trying to ultimately sell or achieve with our clients? And then reverse engineer that back to the virtual event and decide, well, is a workshop the right virtual event that will lead people through to getting interested and showing interest in our high ticket offer? Or maybe it's a seminar, a boot camp, a summit, right? That will lead people through to this high ticket offer. And that's where we're going to be making all the money, right? We want to be making sales and enrolling clients into our high ticket offer as the ultimate goal. Because if we're selling that for $5, $10, $25, $50,000, just one sale there can mean a lot more revenue and profit than, say, selling 100 of your workshops, which may be $50 each, bringing you just $5,000. So yeah, think about like the end goal, the high ticket offer, and focusing on that.
Absolutely. That's very powerful. Like, reverse engineering it. What's the end goal in mind? And that brings us back to your story that, where you wanted to go, setting that intention. And when you have that intention, when you're clear about your destination, then you're able to begin with the end in mind. And then knowing that this is what I want to achieve, and then create that roadmap that this is the beginning and this is how my funnel is going to be either bringing in the leads or like clients who have said yes to the smaller product, but will ultimately be working with you on high ticket items. So this is very powerful, Liam. Thank you so much. Now I'm sure that our audience is like, okay, how can we connect with Liam?
Yeah, sure. Well, if you're interested in learning more about the workshop, we've got a whole checklist that goes through in detail. It's not just a checklist, it's like multiple page PDF that explains all the steps that you need to take in order to get clients from one of these 90-minute workshops. And you can go grab that at quickworkshopwin.com. You can download that for free. Just enter in your name and email and it'll send you that for free. And it's interesting, if you go through that as well, you'll be offered an actual workshop. So a workshop on workshops. So a bit more detail and some bonuses, a video training, really a mini course on how to run one of these 90-minute workshops for yourself. And I think that's priced at $50, $100, something like that on that page. But it'll show you like, well, this is how we run our workshop. We get our free leads and then we get people to pay, and potentially they may want to work with us further if they get the results. So those are the steps that we're taking with our workshop. It's really the simplest, quickest, easiest way to start with a virtual event. And we explain it in real detail. We give you all the scripts and templates in the program if you decide to get that. And then if you're interested in doing a summit, you can go to virtualsummitclass.com. So virtualsummitclass.com, and there's a free training there. It's like a 60-minute training on how to run a virtual summit for yourself for the first time. It actually goes through a little bit of a case study of our first virtual summit that we ran, and has a lot of learnings on there from the dozen and more that we've run for ourselves in the past 6-7 years now.
Well, thank you so much for sharing and gifting our audience with all these valuable offers that you have and the learnings. So folks, as you've seen, Liam has provided so much value, even though we have been talking only for a short period of time. And as Liam mentioned, I would highly recommend that you visit https://quickworkshopwin.com, and we'll be adding that in the show note as well. So any quick last tip for audience?
Hopefully this has just piqued your interest. If you feel like, you deserve more, you want to create an independent lifestyle where you're location independent, you're financially independent, then go and check out one of these, quickworkshopwin.com or virtualsummitclass.com. Check out the free resources. And if you decide you want to go deeper with us, happy to include you in our community. We've had hundreds of people now creating these types of lifestyles for themselves and these businesses where they're making money online via virtual events and getting more clients for themselves in a way that really feels good, where you're making an impact. Just take the small step forward, even if there's a slight little bit of interest there, because it can really make a big difference to your life.
Well, that's very powerful. And I'm sure that a lot of our audience are going to jump at this chance and take advantage of it. So thank you again, Liam, for joining us. It was a great conversation.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on, Divya.
Absolutely. And of course, audience, dear listeners and viewers, thank you so much for being part of our family. And do reach out to us and let us know what else can we bring so that you can live the life that you deserve. You can have the freedom of time to do what you want with your loved ones. So until next time, be well and take care.